President Cyril Ramaphosa says domestic policy frameworks have to be transformed in order to support the creation of decent and sustainable work. He was speaking at the International Labour Organization's online gathering of workers, employers and governments, discussing just how to build back better in the post-pandemic recovery. Ramaphosa told the forum that the African Union is engaged with international partners to mobilize a substantial stimulus package which is aimed at assisting African countries to rebuild their economies.
From health to security, from social systems to economies and livelihoods. Now, as never before, we are being called upon as the international community to hasten our efforts in giving effect to the provisions of the Centenary Declaration. We have to protect working people against the rising tide of unemployment through universal social protection. We have to invest in people's capabilities, in skills development, in lifelong learning, in workplace inclusivity, and also in advancing gender equality. Above all, we have to transform our domestic policy frameworks to support the creation of decent and sustainable work. In so many respects, this pandemic has forced change of a transformational kind upon us. Change that would otherwise have been gradual and slow. It has given added impetus to our goal to make our workplaces more agile, more adaptable, and safer. As we collectively look to the future, we have an immense task before us to rebuild our shattered lives and economies. The African continent has so far had lower rates of infection than many other parts of the world. But because of weak health systems, resource constraints and pre-existing economic vulnerabilities, the long-term impact of the pandemic on Africa will be quite severe. The African Union has developed a COVID-19 strategy, and as part of that, it has established an AU COVID-19 response fund to assist member states in funding an effective response to the pandemic. Last month, we launched the Africa Medical Supplies Platform, an innovation that will enable all countries on the continent to procure much-needed supplies in a much faster manner and competitive pricing. We are also engaged with international partners and institutions to mobilize substantial stimulus packages to assist African countries to rebuild their economies. Among other things, this will enable us to invest in job creation initiatives, in workplace skilling and reskilling, and to support entrepreneurship, and also to develop small-medium enterprises. The whole world is in the midst of an unprecedented global crisis. But within it lies the seeds of opportunity to deliver greater economic security, equal opportunity and social justice for those who work and for those who have lost work and for those who are looking for work. As we strive to recover from this pandemic, let us continue to be guided by the spirit of solidarity and ensure that we put people and their welfare at the center of all our efforts. And most importantly, that all our responses to this pandemic leave no one behind.